Aloha! I'm Barbara DeLuca with Island to Island High Living, and I thought I'd stop in and visit Larry and gain some knowledge. I was in the neighborhood.
Hey, how you doing? Larry Gonzalez from Align Mortgage.
So what are we going to talk about today, Larry?
Let's talk about home ownership. The last couple of weeks, the interest rates have risen pretty substantially. We're looking at across the board, most lenders are at 4.875%. And I know a lot of people are concerned, well, should I buy a home?
And some buyers are hoping the interest rates are going to go down.
Yeah, and you know what? Hope is not a course of action, all right? It isn't. Rates, they may go down a day here, a day there, but overall they're going up. Playing the market is kind of a losing game. If you can afford to buy a home, and certainly if you have BAH, you can definitely afford to buy a home.
BAH, for those of you who don't know, is Basic Allowance for Housing.
No,
Military Act? BAH? What does it stand?
Stands for buy a house.
Yeah. I like that. Buy a house. That's
All
simple.
right. But you know what? If you're not a homeowner, you're not alone. There's a 63% home ownership rate in America. That means there's a lot of people who aren't renting, or aren't buying. And this is the lowest it's actually been. Home ownership rate, this is the lowest it's been since I think like 1965. I may be wrong in the year, but it's been a long time. I was reading a book. It's called Start Late, Finish Rich. The net worth of homeowners is $195,000. The net worth of renters is $5,400. If you want to get rich, and everyone defines rich differently, but comfortable in life.
Build wealth.
Build wealth. Renting isn't going to do it. And but what is the cost of waiting? Some people have said, I'm going to wait 6 months. Well, what do you lose by waiting 6 months? Well, I'm going to show you a breakdown based on a $500,000 home being purchased, I think, at 4.875% today versus waiting 6 months. Because guess what? In the next 6 months, that home that's being sold for $500,000 is probably going to be appreciate more, and next year it'll appreciate more, and the year after that. So we're going to look at those numbers. So as soon as we flip this camera around, all right, let's do this. So let's look at a $500,000 home, and I did 510 750 because most of my clients are VA and they have a funding fee. So a $510,000 loan today at 4.875%. If you wait 6 months, all right, your home's going to projected to appreciate about 0.8. So that $510,000 loan becomes about a $514,000 loan, because the interest rates are projected to go up to 5.375. It's pretty realistic, based on what we're seeing right now. Waiting 1 year, the home's still going to appreciate. It's going to cost more to buy that same home, and interest rates are going to be about 5.625. And if you recall from I think our last conversation, historical interest rate the last 30 years is about 6%. So we're still below historical average. So the cost of waiting for your mortgage payment, it's going to go up 6 months. It's going to go up, cost you $185 more for that mortgage. If you wait a year, another almost $300 a month in your mortgage payment to buy the same home you could have bought, a year previous. What is the total cost of waiting? And the total cost of waiting is, all right, how much appreciation did you lose, and how much amortization? Amortization meaning to pay off the loan or kill the loan. How much did you lose over that time frame? So if you wait 6 months, your total cost is going to be approximately $7,800. And what that is you lose $3,800 of paying off the loan, and you also lose about $4,000 in appreciation. All right, waiting a year. This is where and gosh, those folks who go into base housing right away and don't even see what they can buy. And I understand why you go into base housing. I went into base housing too, but at least see where you stand and what you can afford based on your income and your assets and your debt, and see what you can afford. Again, you're not buying your dream home here. Most of us aren't, but you can buy a home that's going to get you in a dream home. But if you wait a year, you go into base housing for a year. All right, your total cost of waiting to buy that same $500,000 home, your total cost is about almost $16,000, and that's appreciation of about $8,000, and then amortization or killing the loan of about $7,000. All right, you wait 2 years and 3 years, it goes up exponentially, or it almost doubles each time. So there's a significant cost to waiting. All right, and time is money, and this shows it pretty darn well.
It did double.
The longer you wait to get into the game and get into real estate, the less money you're gonna make over time. And really, if you have less than 2 years left on your orders, that's a really big risk. A short-term real estate investment is risky. But if you have 2 to 3 years left, well, you owe it to yourself to take a look, because this isn't short-term, financial freedom we're talking about. This is over the long term, and it's going to help you get there. Again, what did we say before? The net worth of people who own homes is $195,000. The net worth of renters, $5,400. All right, and again, that's an average. Some obviously are higher, some are lower, but it's pretty hard to get rich when you're renting. All right, that's the bottom line. All right, that's about all I got.
Okay.
All right.
Cut.
So you owe it to yourself to take a look, and if you want to take a look, come see me and Barbara. We'd love to help you out. All right.
Thank you. And this segment was brought to you by Larry at Align Mortgage and Barbara DeLuca at Island to Island High Living. Have a good week.
All right.
Aloha.
Have a great weekend.